So today I'm working with the Bing family that consists of Julia and Charlie and then Julia's fiance Miles. They have come to me with a few concerns. Both of their parents have just passed away recently. They have no outside family. They're all either passed or just they don't associate with them. So Charlie, who is 16, had to move in with her older sister, Julia, who is 25. She's also recently engaged, and they're just having a lot of problems dealing with the new transitions and things like that. Also, Charlie and Miles do not get along very well. Um, they butt heads, which causes tension between her and her sister. Also, the big age difference has been causing a lot of problems. So today we're going to explore that a little more. Also, I am going to be using the solution focused method. Well, hello, Julia and Charlie. It's nice to have you back. How have things been going for you guys?
Not the best.
Not the best.
No.
Okay, well, let's just start with a little review of what we did last week, and we'll go from there. So, you guys remember we talked about the privacy policy, which means anything you say here stays here. We talked about that I have the duty to report if you tell me anything that's harmful to you or to anybody else. I have to report that. What else? We talked about payment plans, things like that. And we also talked about why you guys are here. So, how have you all been, both of you, been dealing with the passing of your parents? Charlie, would you like to start us off?
Whatever, I guess. So not well.
Not well.
Sure.
Okay, and what about your all's living situation? Have you permanently moved in with her yet, or are you?
Yeah, I've got most of my stuff over there, but yeah, just we're trying to make it work.
Trying to make it work. So what's not working for you guys?
All of it. Not all of it. It's just hard.
Yeah. Okay, what do you, Charlie, mean by all of it? Can you be more specific for me?
Let's see, her fiance, that she doesn't want me there in the first place.
Not true. Oh. Okay, and what do you think about her saying that you don't want her there?
It's not that I don't want her there. It's just hard to get used to because, I have my own life now. I'm trying to plan my future with Miles. And now it's like I have a 16-year-old daughter. It's difficult.
I see. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Charlie, how much has your life changed? 10 being completely wrecked and you completely hate it, and 1 being
my parents are dead, and I'm having to move in with my sister. 10.
Okay. And Julia, what do you think?
10. I mean, our parents are gone. We're trying to start a new life. It's not the easiest. I have a teenager in my house. Any mom of a teenager will tell you. So, and it's obvious she doesn't respect me as a mother because I'm just the sister, so that makes it interesting.
So, Charlie, why do you not respect her or see her as a motherly figure?
Because she is my sister, and yeah, she's supposed to be my mother figure or whatever, but I'm old enough to take care of myself. Well, obviously not if you're living with me. You have to respect my rules and my boundaries.
Well, no, I'm not 18 yet, so I can't have my own place.
So then respect mine.
Okay, how do you think that she could show you? What ways do you think she could show you a little more respect?
Okay, well, you could start by respecting the curfew. You could start by not trying to sneak into the wine cabinet, because I know you do. You could start by helping out, cleaning the house, being respectful to me, being respectful to Miles. Does any of that sound doable?
Not sneaking.
So, what do you think about, like, how do you feel when she tells you what to do? Is that what frustrates you? That you feel like she's telling you what to do instead of asking you?
It's like all of a sudden she's just starting to. She thinks she's got all of the control over me, and she doesn't. I mean, like, Mom and Dad, they didn't care about this crap.
So, before all this happened and before you moved in with your sister, what was life like? Did you have a curfew? Did you have to help clean the house? Did you have a lot of responsibilities?
I mean, yeah, they'd like me to be home at a certain time, but I mean, if I wanted to stay out a little late, it's not like they were going to yell at me for it. And I didn't really have to do anything around the house.
So they just basically let you do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, how was your all's relationship before you moved in? Were you guys close? Were you at least, hang out every once in a while, or just never spoke?
I mean, with our age difference, we weren't very close, but we did not get along, and now it's just we don't get along, and it's all new.
Okay, so in a perfect world, what would be going on between you guys? If you had your perfect moment right now, what would that look like for you?
Our parents will be alive.
What about you?
Same thing.
Okay, what things are you guys looking for to change? How do you think you could make your all's relationship better?
Hopefully, she'll be able to respect the rules, and hopefully I won't come across as trying to take Mom's place, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be that adult figure now because I'm the only one.
Okay, and Charlie, how do you think you could have a little more responsibility within the house and not feel like you're being bossed around by someone who wants to be your mom?
I mean, I can start picking up or whatever, but
Do you think that'll help your relationship? Do you help out a little?
I guess. But she's got to stop yelling at me all the time for everything I do.
So what little, nitpicky things do you think she yells at you about that you really don't think are a big deal?
Like, I'll keep the door closed in my room, and as soon as she comes in there, it'll be like 2 things on the floor, and then she'll throw a big fit over it. Or I'll walk in the door after school and put my backpack down in the kitchen. That's like the end of the world.
So you feel like you're not really living in
No.
your house.
It's not a home for me. It's just a temporary place.
See. So what do you think you could do differently to, now that you know how she feels and things that make her feel unwelcome, what do you think could change?
I'm sorry it didn't feel like a home for you. I guess, with it being my house, I'm so used to having the control over everything, and everything's done a certain way, and everything's cleaned and picked up a certain way. I could lay back a little bit. I'm not going to let you, just trash the place up, but I won't yell at you if you have, one thing, and I'll try and respect, your room is your room. Keep it somewhat clean, but I'm not going to yell at you anymore if it's not how I like it, because it's not my room anymore, it's yours.
Okay, so let's start looking at a plan, a little bit of homework for you guys to do until our next meeting. First of all, how does your fiance feel about, what's going on there? Because we didn't really touch on that. Do you guys feel like you have a bad relationship, Charlie? Or you just not like him? Or what's going on there?
I never really didn't like him until we found out, but you know, I was gonna have to move in there, and then he changed. Like, he don't want me there.
Okay, what do you, from Miles' perspective, do you know how he feels about it? Anything like that? Have you all discussed it?
Well, you know, it was hard for him at first because he just proposed to me not too long ago, and you know, we're planning our life together. There was no signs of, you know, we didn't want children right away. We didn't want any of that. We just wanted to have our own life for a few years. And with something like this happening, you know, we got to change some plans now. And so it's just, tensions are high.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to make it work, figure it out.
Okay, well, let's do this. We're gonna get you guys to do a couple things. Do you think for our next meeting you could get Miles to maybe come, and then we'll all talk about things? Because I think it would be really good to just get it out on the table, kind of like we did today, because I feel like we've made some progress. Do you guys feel the same way? Well, that way he'll be able to put his 2 cents in. We'll be able to begin on working on that relationship. But for you guys, I think you all need to go back home, and I think not necessarily like redecorating, just do something together to make it feel like a home. Even something like as simple as getting pizza and watching a movie and kind of having like family movie night and just relaxing and not worrying about the housework and not worrying about how it looks, or, you know, not worrying about her yelling at you or stuff like that. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, what about you, Charlie? Are you gonna try for me?
I'll try.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we end? Also, try having dinner with Miles. All 3 of you. I know it'll be hard, but just at least all I ask is that you all try. And then report back to me on what you guys have done and come up with.
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks, guys. It was good to have you. See you next week.
All right.